Hey guys, you are watching Manifest. My name is Nyanura and we are back with another episode. So in this episode, I am going to be covering the tutorial part of the previous effect, the speed for consumption effect I made. You guys have to check that video out. The link is in the description or right here somewhere. So check that video out guys, and I tried my best to create that effect from the scratch after being learned some techniques from Film Learning's custom lighting effect. So be sure to check that out also. It's a frame by frame very long process of editing, but about the good part. So you will find the download links in the description. There are two. One which contains the pack, the speed for consumption pack, which is our first pack to download for you guys. So you guys can download it and use it in your video. You just have to scale it, mask it, or something like that. And I'm going to show you how to make the better sell that effect in your videos. So in the tutorial part, right now I have to tell you something. The effect, speed for consumption effect, was just me experimenting some things with Saber, and the idea popped out. Why not make some effects from the previous seasons of the Flash. So I will be trying some more cool effects from the previous seasons of the Flash. You can go in the description, find download links, download them. One contains the pack which you can use. Just drag and drop them and you are good to go. And one pack contains the After Effects file which contains everything, and the folders also contains some special plugins which I used. So you will find a notepad file which contains the description which you have to read before editing inside After Effects. I'm just going to show you how to edit this effect inside After Effects. Mostly the part is done by me in After Effects. So you go down and download that, and in the comment section you can comment and suggest me the effects from the Flash TV series, the previous seasons or this season also. So I'll try my best to make those effects on this channel with tutorial and download links. And there's also one more cool DIY coming really soon on the channel, which is related to Flash season 5. Yes, that's cool. So another DIY. And one more thing guys, the effect, the previous video effect, if you haven't watched it, go and watch that out. There were two effects, one which I'm going to be showing the tutorial of in this episode, and one was just me experimenting some techniques. So we are going to talk about that also inside that. So let's jump inside the After Effects. You can see my excitement because I made this effect from scratch and I cannot wait to show you how I did it. So let's go inside the After Effects.
So guys, as said, we are in the After Effects right now. So this is the my shot clipped, completely set with all the adjustment done, and we are going to apply the effect on this part of the video only. So as you can see, you will find the download pack containing this charger pack which I made for you guys because I am a nice guy. So you can use this, just drag and drop on the scene like I did. And this one is actually made for my shot. You just have to put it on your shot, mask it, size it, scale it, position it, whatever you need to do you can do it. So we are just going to use the blending mode of add to add the shot. As you can see, it's 1920 into 1080p, a complete high resolution which you can use in your videos. So it will not make any huge difference if you size it according to your video. As you can see, like just dragging and dropping it on the video and just putting it, it is completely usable now. If you need to mask it, you can use an eclipse tool or pin tool if it's going out of the range of your video or some out of the actor. Whatever you need to do you can do with this clip, as it's PNG, so it will not make any difference. We are going to duplicate it. If you want to add a glow, or you can just duplicate it and then put it on the side of the video. I'm doing it for according to my shot as 3D, as I want the reflection of these sparks on the side. It helps to better sell the effect, so that's why I'm needing this reflection. So I just making it a 3D layer and then playing with the positions and rotations according to the wall. and we are just going to duplicate another one of the main charger layer and put it on this side, making it 3D again, and then just changing the position and rotation according to this wall. And then we are going to select both of the layers and pre-compose it. So everything is inside, so you have to select that, rename it, and then just press OK. And then we are going to use another blending mode, add, and then we are going to use the effect called fast block blur. You can also search that effect in effects and presets on the side menu. I'm using Video Copilot's FX console for that really fast typing the effect in it. It's free, you can download it on the Video Copilot's website. And then we are just going to make a mask around our actor, as I don't want this blur to be on our actor. And then we are just going to subtract the mask so it's not on our actor and on the walls. It really makes a huge difference if it shows a little bit reflection on the side of the wall and side next to the actor, because it better sells, because the lightning is really glowing, so we need the reflection on the walls. Now the next thing is lens flares. Now this is the most important thing to better sell your effect, guys, because if there's no lens flares on the scene, it will not make this effect look more realistic. So I have edited the lens flares and rendered it as PNG. You just have to scale it, you just have to trim it according to the shot. It's little bit extra. Now if you put it on starting of the frame where the charge up effect starts, it will be perfectly aligned with the glowing saber in the behind. As you can see, if it's orange, the lens flare will be orange. If it's blue, the lens flare will be blue. And if both are on the screen, you can see both of the lens flare will be on the screen. It will depend upon the brightness of the color of the layer. You don't have to be complicated if you are just using the download link 1 to just download the pack and drag and drop. If you are using download link 2, we'll cover that later on. So this is the easiest part 1. You just have to select all of them and then pre-compose them and then scale them, and then we are just going to add curves on above to just a little bit color grade. It's not a typical color grade, it's just a little color grade to give this effect a bluish tone. It's just a cherry on top. If you don't want to do it, it's completely on you. I'm doing it, and I'm just adding the effects and presets wiggle position. So wiggle position actually helps to make the look camera handheld. If you don't want that type of look, it's completely on you. I'm just making this according to my shot, but the settings are really harsh, so I'm just playing with the settings so it's just subtle and smooth movements of the camera. As you can see, completely doing the great job of this. And then I'm just going to add those cinematic border lines by adding a black solid on top, and then by using the rectangular mask tool and then just masking it and then subtracting the mask, so we have the borders above and down. You can play with the mask if you want to shorten the borders. It just adds a completely cinematic look. If you don't want to do it, it's completely on you guys. So this is how you achieve this effect very fast. This effect took very long time to made it from scratch, and if you are going to use the download link 2 in the which contains the After Effects file and the plugins I used, it will show you how much hard work I have done, because it's completely frame by frame from the scene from the show when Zoom's taking the speed from Barry. So I did that frame by frame. So this effect is now done for you guys. Now from now downloading part 2 continues. So downloading part 2 contains the After Effects file, which contains every single layer of the saber with the mask. As you can see, there's the bottom layer and then there's the main layer. So the bottom layer is a saber of the white colored smoky saber, which I selected, and then there's the real glow to make it a little bit glower, and there's the turbulent display to make it smoky look, and then there's the fast box blur at the end to fade it out. So all of those effects coming together and being used together makes it look like it's a smoke fading out. It took a little bit time to make this, but in the show the smoke was fading out really slow. You can also do that if you play with the settings. I'm not going to play with the settings right now because it takes really long time to set everything right. And then there's the main layer, which is a copy of the bottom layer with more effects, and then there's the last color layer where you can change the color of the main saber above on the real glow. Like I changed it to blue. You can take the saber's color white if you want. If you want it more brighter in the color of the saber, you can change its color again. Like if you take the blue color, then change the saber's color to blue, so it will glow a blue one layer. So it makes a little bit difference. So that's how I did it. Now if you want to change the shape of this, you have to select all of the three layers and then edit one of the mask, like clicking on the mask, and then or more mask if you want. Just delete the existing mask, make a new mask by using pen tool, and then copy that mask and then paste, and then select the mask of the layer and then paste it. So it will update the mask of the layer and it will update the whole complete animation. So you can use this technique to actually make your own complete mask according to your shot. If it's not a close-up shot, you can also scale it, the layers down. You just have to be working on the borders and everything, so you have to take care of that. Or you can just click on transform the layer to fit to comp according to your comp, and then make the layers, make the mask, and the effect will be updated. So you have to go and edit every single mask of every single layer. It will take some time, but as you can see, the final effect will really be worth it. So most of the work is done, guys. You just have to download the pack, and it contains a notepad which you have to read first before editing this After Effects file, because it contains some details which I cannot share right now here, but those details are very important. Now according to the tutorial is completely done. This part is just me explaining what you can do at the end. One more thing you can do, guys, is that in the download pack there's the lens flare. If you are making your own pack or your own sparks according to your new mask, there are two lens flares, one is blue and one is orange. So whenever your layer mask is on complete intensity, you can select that layer and click on the opacity and make it 100, and then when it's not on the screen, you have to click and decrease this opacity to 0 to better sell the effect out. So if you are making your own sparks, you have to use this. You can use this optical flares if you don't have optical flare, because it's completely rendered out. And if you are changing the color and it's blue, you can always go and add the black and white effect on the optical flares, or this flare if you are going to use this one, and then you can change the color of this like I'm going to do right now. Just select the layer and then find the black and white effect. So it will be black and white, and then you can just download the free VC Vibrance from Video Copilot and change the color there. Now it will not make any changes because it's completely blue. So I'm going to change the color of the saber and the other layers first. and then we are going to change the color of this optical flare so it will be different. Let me change that to purple. Let's make that lightning to purple because the latest lighting in the show is mostly purple and golden, if you know the character I'm talking about. So that's how you change it, and you will make your own speed force taking effect or anything you want to make with this technique. It will be pretty cool. Now one more thing you can do is you can just copy and paste the color layer and then make a new mask which is not the older one. So there are two colors on the screen like I did, the orange and blue. You should make different masks so those colors do not overlay, so it will show the different colors. Like this one, the blue one and the orange one has different masks, so both of the layers show different colors at different areas of the frame, so it will make it much look cooler. And you can change the dual colors like golden and purple like the latest show of the Nora's lightning. You can do whatever you want to do with this After Effects file. And then as said, we are going to talk about this effect, which is a really special one. If I'm going to tell you the real secret right now, so let me show you this effect once again. Did you catch it? No? Okay, let's go inside the real comp of this effect and let me show you what happens really right now. So as you can see, a simple sparks of the zoom and the eyes blacked out. The sparks are from Filmlearning's Strike Back zoom, and the breach is from Production Crate's free download footagecrate.com, where you can make your login with your Google ID and download these packs. So I'm really grateful to them that I can download this HD quality, and you can also become a pro member and download more of these effects. So let's talk about this effect right now. So the breach opens, our character is standing there, and then becomes a blur, and then something is happening right now here which is not visible because I played a trick. But if I show you what I did, it's just that there's a one still layer which is being blurred to make an illusion that our character is moving so fast that he is a blur and standing still. And then in the next frame, very next frame, he is completely a blur, not standing there still. You can still see. And then the next layer is, drumroll, a 3D stun double taking our place, which was a really good experiment for me to test out. And if it's not making any sense to you right now, it will in a second. Let me just turn off all these things which the lightning and the reflection which I did also for this scene to better sell the effect that he is really running in this room. You should do that too, it better sells. Now let me just turn off the directional blur I put to make it look more, and I match the lightning in a way I'm going to show. So as you can see right now, without the blur, it's my CGI stun double. So you have to watch the CGI stun double tutorial, a 4-part series where I can show you. And then this is Cinema 4D, where I put the one still frame in a background so I can match everything, and just made the textures of the t-shirts and the pant and the shoes I'm wearing. And then when it renders, you can see it's completely rendering, and the green block is there because I wanted to make it go inside the breach, so it has to go inside somewhere. But you can use this simple technique also with your model with Mixamo running animations, or just your actor to run like this, like for 3 frames only standing in these poses, and then putting the directional blur, because as you can see, whatever I used the 3D stun double, where I could have just made short those frames and then put the directional blur, it would have worked. But at the time I wanted to try this transition, and it looks really great. but you can use this same technique in your video. And then one more thing I did was that at the end, when it goes inside the breach, I just duplicated the breach and put some blur behind, and then put it behind, so it gives a little bit glowing, which is a little bit noticeable because it's a little bit transparent. So now it's not. And then I just duplicated one more layer of the breach and put it above everything, and then one layer, white solid layer with mask and turbulent displacement with evolution keyframed, and just the mask is above the breach, and then we are tickled the alpha on the breach above, so we can only see the part of the breach where the mask is. So it gives the illusion that the actor is going inside the breach. Pretty cool trick, right? You can use this trick to make your actor go inside this breach or any portal or anything like that. So as you can see, this was a really cool trick to do a really great effect, and you can just go and shoot your actors with the same running poses or anything like that. But you can also do one thing, I think. Okay, let's not do that, it will hurt you. And I just edited some lightning layers in the Cinema 4D also, with the colors and everything, so it matches the scene. I finally ended up using the strike pack from Film London to add some more lightning, but as you can see, it's a pretty cool trick. So thank you guys for joining me this Sunday. New episode is coming on this Tuesday, and I'll update you guys if there's a new video next week or not, because there may be a thing which might came up, and maybe it won't be possible to make another video on the Sunday, but there will be a video on Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel to see more.